Staying connected to friends has never been more important, and even when those bonds are put to the test, real friends step up. That's the message of the new movie, If Not Now When, directed by and starring Meagan Good and Tamara Bass. Watch.
You hurt your back last year. You should not still be taking those pills, Tyra.
Okay, well, Patrice, you don't know my pain.
Love, when one of my dancers on tour hurt her ankle, she wasn't...
Would you please stop with the dance stories? Just... You guys, I am fine. I'm fine.
You OD'd. People that OD are not fine, Tyra.
Okay, and I don't need you to fix this,
But that
Patrice.
seems to be my job when it comes to you.
And Meagan and Tamara are with me now. Ladies, how are you? You look fantastic.
Good. How are you?
Oh, thank you.
I'm doing good. I'm so glad I got to watch this movie because it really is about friendship. And don't we all need friendship right now? And you both star in this film. You co-directed it together. But Tamara, you also wrote it. So please, tell me about the concept and when did this first idea come to you?
First draft of this movie I wrote years and years ago. And then when Meagan and I were looking for a project to do together, I picked it back up and I just did a page one rewrite. And I just wrote it as a way to honor my friendships and honor the relationships in my life that have made me the woman that I am today. And this is my thank you to them.
Yeah, this is the first film that you guys did together with your production company. So why was this film the right way to kind of kick it off with, the right one?
I think it's how we came together. We met when we were 16 and 19 years old. We had only seen each other on a few auditions, and I ended up coming home with her to our house. My mom was like, "Oh, as long as you bring her home," and ended up staying there for a few days. And that, the genesis of even the company coming together and it really being about friendship and sisterhood and really supporting each other and wanting to see each other win and wanting to remind each other that we're worthy and we deserve God's best. That's been the nature of our friendship since day one. And so I think it was only natural that this would be the film.
So, has there ever been a moment in either one of your lives where you said to yourself, if not now, when? Because I think that question applies to so many different people in so many different ways.
One of the things for me that I remember directly was when I started my fitness journey. I was like, oh man, I really want to do this. I really want to be in the action space. There were specific things that I wanted to accomplish and I had wanted to accomplish them for a while. And my husband was like, so I know you have the faith, but what are you doing to meet your faith with your works? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, what are you doing to meet God halfway? And I was like, as I sit there with a glass of wine and some potato chips, I was like, if not now, when? If you don't do it now, when are you going to do it? And I think the moment that you do it, you realize that can shift your entire life in a massive way.
I moved back to New York and I was done with Hollywood. I was so burnt out, hearing no and hearing all the things that I wasn't. And after 5 years of therapy, I was walking to therapy one day. It was out of the blue. And I was like, I'm going to move back to LA. I had hit that pinnacle point in my life. And I was like, you know what? It's the only moments we can control are these moments that we're living in right now. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're not guaranteed an hour from now.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do now?
Yeah. If not now, when, girls? All right. So this is also the directorial debut for both of you. Did it make it easier for you because you had each other, because you were doing it together?
Definitely. 100%. I think that you kind of had two sides of the brain constantly working. And so between the two of us, I feel that we really didn't miss a beat. I think it made the first time feature film for both of us all the more special because it was a unique experience.
Yeah.
And especially when you're wearing all of the hats we wore, it wasn't as if we had the luxury of just directing or just acting or just producing. It was sometimes we're doing all of them at one time.
But don't you think those are the situations where you learn the most about not only what you're doing but more importantly about what you're capable of? You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, so much. You learn what you're capable of. You also learn what you're not good at. And you also, more importantly to me, I learned what I don't like to do.
Yeah.
I might be
That's
good
important.
at X, Y, and Z, but I don't like that. But because you don't know until you know.
I just want to ask you one last question. I want to know what you hope that people take away from watching this film?
I hope they take away knowing that no matter what circumstances you're thrown at in life, if you got at least one person, you have a safety net to catch you. You're not doing life alone. So I hope that they get that.
I loved chatting with you today. And if not now, when is available on digital and on demand now? Thank you so much for taking the time. Be well, be safe.
Thank you.